Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fireside. We've got an upcoming cast of IM6s in this season 12 for RGL over on CP Sultry. It's going to be Bowie.gg versus DRX, two of the top teams in the div. My name's Tcmano. Joining me is going to be M17, the div admin. So, pretty knowledgeable about how these two teams are going to shake up. Hopefully, we got a good match ahead of us. We got the amazing Dr. Underscore on production, as always. Always love to have him here. But M17, how you doing, and how you looking forward to this game?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. And, I am looking forward to this game. Going into these teams just a little bit really quickly here. DRX, basically their entire roster got sixth, I believe, last season in IM. So they are the favorites for the overall season win. However, it's still not even halfway through the season, so, things can change, especially because I've heard they're definitely putting some time into Highlander as well. So no, it doesn't mean just because they are probably the favorite doesn't mean they're anywhere like near unshakable. Looking at the other team at Bowie.gg, they have a couple of players with quite a bit of experience in Justin Frigidaire and Sale. And Sale and Justin are both class restricted off their mains because they're both advanced or like high main players. So this should be a good game just because of the fact that Bowie has a lot of experience. So, different strats could come into play that, DRX might not have seen before.
Yeah, my team, Bruh Moment, I think played against DRX just on Tuesday, and that was pretty hard for us. We did lose, so we definitely know that DRX are the favorite in the div, and I've kind of seen them firsthand to be able to attest to that. But on the other side, there's a lot of players, like you said, that are you may have heard of before on Bowie.gg. I personally know Mace Lowecki. I've seen him do some pretty great stuff. Like you said earlier, Frigidaire and Sale have kind of a higher div experience as well. So that might be able to give them a few opportunities to get into this. But I think definitely from a team play perspective, DRX are fairly solid from everything I've seen and experienced so far in the season. I think the only match that they lost, correct me if I'm wrong, M17, was actually a forfeit.
Yeah, that was a
that they had to
forfeit due
do.
to scheduling issues, unfortunately. So if you don't count that, they haven't actually lost. And their other matchup against the next best placing team currently, Dark Hearts, was a 4-2 win for them, and that was week 3. So yeah, they are definitely still the favorites.
They are indeed. It's going to be interesting to see how it shakes off after playing with DRX on Tuesday. I felt very solid. We were able to get a bit of ground on the mid, but they were just so good in their transitions and kind of always forcing us, always just kind of staying in, poking and prodding, making sure we never really had enough time to truly kind of stabilize on our own. So they're really good at playing the team game. As we are going to go live real quick, any predictions for how you think this match is going to go, M17?
I do think I'm gonna give it to DRX, but I don't think it's gonna be like a particularly like lopsided game. I'm gonna give it 4-2 to DRX. I'd say maybe I'll say 4-2 to DRX here.
All right, we'll have to see as we watch on this roll. It's going to be Mace Lowecki versus Cream right now on the mid. We do see a big bomb coming in from Justin, going super deep, trying to get onto the medic, but everyone else on his team is just going to be walking forward. Bowie.gg just kind of wiping the floor at the moment. It's only going to be the two up and alive, the Hobe and Unlucky. The Hobe does go down, gets two for his troubles, getting onto Frigidaire. Very big for him. Unlucky just opting to stay alive and run back to his team, but really great stuff from the Hobe. I guess maybe the Hobie, Vahab? I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to say Vahob. But good stuff from him getting onto Frigidaire and kind of equalizing the Uber situation for his team, M17.
Yeah, that was interesting. I think Bowie just did a nice big double bomb with their soldiers, and they got a lot of damage off those soldier bombs, and that was just able to win the mid. And since both meds died, it's going to be in a even Uber situation. However, since DRX's med actually died first because of the spawn waves, we're going to have about a 20% Uber ad here. They're building hard right now, and we'll see if they're going to elect to take this in with a fast Uber, though they won't have that much time because if you didn't know, 20% is only 8 seconds. So they're going to need to go pretty quickly. Though they're already getting a little bit buffed up, so we'll see what happens.
They are indeed, and there's a lot of space that you have to cover on Sultry second, especially if they're playing super far back, which they're not doing. They're playing fairly standard on second. I don't think they're expecting BoGG to use this Uber ad, and at this point, they have 100%, but Frigidaire is already at 100% themselves, so weren't really building it out that well, and they're just going to be sending in a soldier stack instead. It is going to be one of the soldiers getting in behind, Cart going in fairly deep right now. It does manage to live, so now they might be able to collapse on to the DRX players if they can sync up well enough. We do see them just trying to spam, and it is going to come in from behind. Cart tries to go in. Miku comes in as well off that distraction play. Both of them going down, but they do manage to get onto the medic there.
Yeah, they actually got the drop. However, Ho came in and got the force back in onto Bowie, though they're cleaning up a couple of players that went in for the sack, and since Bowie has a 4v3 with their heals, they are gonna push this, and they're taking this in through the frog doorway here, going pretty slowly. Just a light soldier resistance here, who will quickly back up, and it looks like it's gonna be a little bit of pressure into last here once both teams get Ubered for Bowie, since you know, that was a crazy play from behind, and what Bowie did there was they had their team simultaneously pressure from the cheese doorway, and they were able to just get a lot of damage and distraction, and that was a crazy drop by sacking 2 players.
Yeah, that was really great gameplay from Bowie.gg. Maybe the experience of Sail and Frigidaire coming out, being able to call that and recognize that as being a great situation to try and break that stalemate they found themselves in. Gonna be in another stalemate as, while they did have Uber ad, I don't think they're gonna be quick enough to make any use of it just at the moment, so they gotta find a way to break into Sultry last year, which can be fairly difficult to do. They've got the gun up hidden behind the wall, so they're not gonna be able to spam it out that easily. It looks like they're just going to be trying to get in now here. Maybe try and take some space, but the Hope going in and taking out those 2 players who may be trying to get something happening. But yeah, it's going to be 2 down on the side of Bowie.gg. Now it looks like DRX maybe want to try and see if they can push into second at all, M17.
Yeah, DRX is already coming through. They get forced by Cart, and it looks like Bowie's going to try to back up here. They're probably going to get caught here, and they drop their scout, and they are going to get forced, unfortunately, right at the end. And this is such a bad Uber since they've lost all their players that Bowie's just going to have to back all the way up to mid, and DRX is probably going to push right back in with their 2-player ad, as they are, although Wazari is a spawner, so it's not as big of a player ad as you might think, but it's definitely still a player ad. Justin is doing a little hide, goes in for a big bomb, gets the demo, and Miku gets another player there as well, so this is actually more of a player ad for Bowie here, although they lose their demo right there, and it's now even to a 4-on-4 fight.
It is indeed. We are going to see, it looks like the Hope maybe wants to try to do something. Gonna try and bomb up, but he just takes too much damage. Good on the scouts to protect their medic there, shooting him out of the sky. Now, Bowie.gg looking like they want to try and get into second here. Ubers are still not out to play. Both teams don't quite have yet, so they're just going to be checking this kind of even fight at the moment. Miku goes down a bit extended, and now the rest of his team recognize the situation and have to get out of here. They don't have the player ad anymore, and DRX maybe just building a little bit better. They have Uber at the moment. I don't know if they know it's as big of an ad. Looks like they do, because they are going to go in using on their demo Cream bombing forward. We do have a soldier trying to bomb into the back lines, distract everyone. It is going to be Wazari, but it does go down. So does Sammy. So 2-player ad for Bowie.gg to try and work with in here, as it looks like they're pushing back onto the point, maybe trying to find any stragglers. They find one in Cream, but 2 of them themselves are going to be going down. It's just a scrappy mid fight right now. Only 1 up and alive. The Hob still on mid, but he's going to be taken down. Great stuff from Miku, and at the end of the day, they were able to keep their Uber there, M17, so they're going to be able to get on the sec, and you got to expect them to try and use on the last as well.
Yeah, that's what we're going to expect here. That big Uber ad was really good, and they were able to get 2 kills while not forcing their Uber, even though DRX used their Uber. So that was a really bad situation for DRX, as we can expect the push anytime. However, Bowie's got to go fast if they want to prevent DRX from getting their own Uber, as they're already at 80 with a strong setup with a sniper and a sentry gun up, although the sentry's only level 1. Are going to use through this top left doorway here. They're going to walk right in on the sentry. However, DRX is about to have Uber, though they have a lot of players in spawn, and we'll see how this works out. Justin is probably going to get picked over at the spawn door. Big collapse fight, and Bowie's going to lose 4, and they are going to be forced to retreat here.
Yeah, they just weren't able to find much of anything at all. They weren't able to find the players, nor were they able to find any point time whatsoever. I think just shooting down that sentry gun distracted them enough, and everyone in DRX was able to get in through spawn and rotate around. Frigidaire trying to outrun the players, but his spawners just come out a bit too early. They are going to be able to get the force out from Kevin, but still a bunch of them go down to enable that to happen. So at the end of the day, not a really good trade for them, considering Kevin's going to have Uber ad anyways, because they were able to take down Frigidaire. We do have someone hiding in the forward spawns. It is going to be Mace Lowecki. I'm not quite sure if he's going to try and go for something. There are stickies right outside, but he does decide to back spawn, maybe for the better, as two of his own team goes down. That's going to be Melon and Miko going down. So this last hole is going to be a bit hard for them because they're already at Uber edit, and DRX looks like they want to try and take this in even before getting their own Uber. They're just trying to dry it in, getting a lot of space, just corralling everyone on Boy GG back, doing so much damage. Great stuff from the soldiers, just bombing in Bahab on a 7K, and that's going to be the first round for DRX.
Yeah, the Hub actually that's the second time he's gotten a 2-for-1 double scout kill with one rocket, which is actually insane. The other thing to note, though, is Miku Peak is, like I was expecting, that is Sail, just so you know. So that's the advanced soldier there. But that was a pretty clean round after DRX took that 6 versus 4 push back into last. We'll see how this mid-fight transitions, though.
We will indeed, because last time it was good stuff from Bowie GG launching in their soldiers. This time, look like they're still trying to get aggressive. We do see a soldier going in very deep. That is going to be Cart. Is going to be able to take that one, but dies for his trouble. So pretty even trade out, but on the other side of things, Bowie GG is just kind of corralled back in the frog, and just the combined spam damage from the projectile classes going to be taking him down. Frigidaire not going to be able to stay alive. Neither is Sail going to be taken down. To some nice rockets from the soldiers, and DRX responding well, taking that mid extremely cleanly, keeping their medic alive, and going to have big Uber ad to work with onto last year M1.
Yeah, that was a pretty well played adaptation there from DRX. They realized that Bowie was going to do the same double bomb with their soldiers again. They had their med play a lot more baity, and they played a lot further back, baited those soldier bombs in, got the kills, and Bowie did not get aggressive enough off of the distraction from their soldiers and follow it up. And so they were just able to work their two-player ad and then kind of pressure them in from all sides and just use their player advantage to walk this in. It's a now big full Uber ad, though it is 60%, which should be plenty of time for them to get in, though. Although they do know about the sniper peeking in on their med, they're going to pressure that sniper out, and we'll see where they elect to take this last push in.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cart dying to try and help keep his sniper alive for his troubles. DRX trying to look like they want to try and get it in here, but Sammy does go down before the Uber is used. Now, finally, they pin onto Cream, takes down the dispenser and Sail. Melon going down as well. Some good early picks for DRX, but they lost 2 in the process, getting a lot of cap time on point, and now the reinforcements from Bowie GG trying to come in, but they're just a little bit too late, too much time on the point, and that's going to be DRX taking the second round.
Yeah, what was interesting there is that sniper actually got quite a bit of damage off him, was able to help their team secure a kill, but DRX decided to forego the killing of the sentry there and actually just got a bunch of kills there before the gun went down and managed to kill the Uber kill the gun right at the end of the Uber, which was really good for them. And Frigidaire did do a last-minute pyro attempt, but it was not successful, as we're on to the third mid.
We are indeed. We're going to have to, yes, they are going to be going for the aggressive soldier bomb. That's what the Bowie likes to have done. It looks like they're just going to be taking a lot of space, not fully committing so far. Just kind of a little bit of a spam game at the moment, as we are going to see them now committing in, trying to get onto the medic. A nice serve from Kevin to stay alive there. They sacrificed other projectile players on the side of Bowie GG. It's 2 scouts and the medic up and alive. So DRX recognized this, wanted trying to push in Cream. A bit disconnected, though, from the rest of his team. Everyone else went to the Frog. He went into Cheese, so when they try and push in, he's just going to be able to be taken down. Good stuff there. So now no demo up, as that's going to allow Bowie GG to still try and stay in here, recognizing a bit more spam potential on the map just at the moment. But the soldiers coming in, going to be able to take down Justin. Just a battle of space for the moment, just trying to dive in every player. They are going to be able to take down Mace Lowecki, still going on this mid-fight. Kevin goes down at 99%. That is so crucial. Frigidaire staying up and alive. Is he going to be able to stay alive? Diwazari trying to run in. Cream now respawning and finally back at the mid, but he's just have to try and stay alive himself, and a very scrappy but still a mid win for Bowie GG.
Yeah, wow, that huge bomb from Cart Kevin had actually just gotten Uber right the second that he was killed, which was very unfortunate. And Frigidaire hit a really clutch bow about halfway through the mid-fight that completely healed one of their scouts right back up to full, which was completely able to keep that fight in Bowie, like in a space for Bowie.gg to do something, although they're trying to pressure through the right. Justin is going to get through, however. The rest of the team is actually going to rotate over to left and come take a fight on Ho. They're going to use early, get Ho pretty quickly, and now they're walking in on left. There's a level 2 sentry gun all the way on the right, and they have to kill that before they can do anything, although they've gotten 2 picks already. Although Bowie.gg is pretty hurt, big bomb from Justin is going to get the demo, and it's going to be a huge collapse in on the point, and Sale's just going to get the cap time, and that is their Bowie.gg's first round, and we're going to go into the 4th mid-fight here shortly.
Yeah, really great stuff from Bowie.gg. A fairly quick round in response to the first 2 that DRX took. Essentially just a mid to last, all things considered. They kept Frigidaire alive, and maybe a good thing for Bowie.gg to get back into this game. They're down 2, but that is the momentum shift that maybe you would have liked to see as we go in onto this 4th mid. Once again, the soldiers going in deep, as you kind of expect now from them. They are going to be going in behind, but now the flank just coming in, trying to clean up. Kevin going to be taken down in all of that. So now they just have to try and keep Frigidaire alive, fairly safe on the mid. We are going to see Sammy going in for a big bomb. Does do some good damage, but not going to be able to get the pick. So now it's only going to be 3 up and alive, the scout, the demo, and the med. They should be able to spam these DRX players out and just keep Frigidaire up and alive. That's going to be the name of the game for them. Once again, a fairly scrappy mid, a nice sticky trap from Mace Lewecki to get onto the Hope. Shutting him down has got to be the name of the game for Bowie.gg, because he's been doing so much work for DRX so far, M1.
Yeah, he did a lot of spam. Even just with his rollers there, he was able to get so much damage, and combined with the double soldier bomb there, was actually able to just clean up a bunch of kills. And after they got a bunch of kills, including the med, they just backed up and played their advantage with the heals, which means they can seek a longer lasting fight when your team has heals and the other one doesn't. As Bowie.gg is just going to take second, though they're going to do it pretty slowly, and because of that, DRX is actually already at basically 90% Uber, which means they're probably going to get by the time that Bowie does their push in. They're going to walk in right, they're going to use in, however, Blue's med is just going to get, and DRX is going to have a nice counter Uber here, although Hope gets completely destroyed by Justin there. Oh my goodness, what a nice shot. Blue's med hit 2 bows onto Cream, completely saving him for a while. And it's just going to turn into a super scrappy team fight here. Bowie looks like they have a slight advantage, though not completely determined, as DRX will come out with spawners and heals, and they'll just clean everything up.
Yeah, it did look like Bowie had the advantage for just a second there, but the scouts, Wazari and Unlucky, won their ones, which at sometimes is what you got to do to stay in the game. Hitting that DM, that MGE, showing up for them right now, going to be able to take those last remaining Bowie.gg players. So now DRX going to be trying to push in through their cheese. They don't want to have to lose any players if they don't want to, but Sail up on the sniper, and Mace Lewecki getting some good picks of their own. Mace Lewecki getting another with a nice pipe onto Sammy. Now 2 soldiers down. It's going to be very hard for them. Try and deny Bowie.gg any space in here, as we do see Mace bombing in deep, taking a lot of ground for his team. They're going to be able to deny the cap up for DRX. The DRX still has a bit of Uber ad, but in all that chaos, they probably weren't able to build as much as they'd like to. So it's actually evened out M1, so they don't even have to worry about DRX trying to re-push onto mid.
Yeah, that was a crazy shot from Sale, and he did so much time delaying DRX's demo there that they were just able to kill Bowie was able to kill the 2 players who tried to go in for a Frigidaire, and it turns to an even situation here. Although Blue decides DRX is going to use in because they think they have an Uber out, although they are mistaken. Bowie is going to have a counter Uber. They're going to be so much healthier. It is going to be a trade of picks, however. Kendrick is going to go down now as the Ubers do fade. Bowie's definitely advantageous in this fight, although Frigidaire gets caught out on the enemy team's frog, and that means that DRX will probably be able to hold their own last year, even though they just have Cream alive, as they will get some time. Cream is just trying to set up some defensive sticky traps and get out to last, but it looks like it will be an even stalemate here on last, even though DRX has a very slight Uber ad.
They do have extremely slight Uber ad, but OEGG looking like they maybe wanted to see if they can get any free space while the DRX players were still respawning and setting up. But DRX manages to push them out of that alleyway area and back on the second. So they're going to have to try and hit the drawing board and see how they want to try and break onto DRX's last. Last time they didn't have to worry about that because it was just kind of a straight roll in. They had Uber ad and DRX weren't super set up in the first place, but this time they are. They're going to have to deal with that sentry gun behind the point. It got too caught out last time. I think it was Vahab just getting a nice bomb onto two players trying to push in through left. So we're gonna have to see if maybe Bowie.gg can think of something else.
Yeah, one thing to note about this sentry gun position actually is that it won't deny the soldiers that have already gotten in, or it won't deny the soldiers from getting like in on the medic. It will only shoot the soldiers once they've already got in the door. So if Bowie knows the position, they can actually still send a sack or potentially even a double sack, and their soldier probably will still be able to get most of their rockets off. Although right now Card is just doing some double rockets to spot and get information. Bowie is trying to pressure through this left door using their heals. Though nothing is happening for now. It looks like Mace the Lucky figured out where the gun is going to be able to grab it with a couple of stickies. Hope is going to do a big bomb over here. Comes the bomb from Justin, and he's going to get the force onto Blue DRX's medic, as they're going to try to do something, although Cream is going to barely get out alive, trying to chase to see if he can get anything with that Uber, but Bowie now has a big Uber advantage that they're going to use. DRX is going to try to have Wasari go on Sniper to see if he can do anything, but there's no guarantees, although Sultry Last is notoriously pretty difficult to push into, so we will see what happens.
Yeah, we will see great team play from Bowie.gg to take down the sentry gun and then set their soldier up for a great sack. They were able to get the force, and now they're going to be able to use in here. Using on their demo and scout, just going to be taking down the early sentry gun, getting a bunch of cap time on the point. Actually, it's going to be the soldiers dying for it. Now the recollapse from DRX, just trying to get all these players, but everyone has scattered around. Now so much cap time on the point, it's just going to be a scout standing on it, Mellet, and they are going to be able to get it right under DRX's noses. They still had a fair few players alive, but they just played the cap so well throughout that entire push and won, and they were able to get it, making it tie game.
Yeah, what's really important to note there is that DRX was not able to kill the Red Scouts. Frigidaire was tanking the Red Scouts very healthily, and when you have fewer and fewer players alive, the Scout, especially with the 185 and the Beam, is going to be so strong. As we're turning into this fourth mid fight here, looks about even on damage, although DRX is a bit clumped up. Here comes the Bowie aggression as we expect. A double soldier bomb, and everyone's getting aggressive. They are going to drop Kevin Kendrick, although they are going to lose both soldiers, so we'll see if DRX is able to recollapse onto Frigidaire. Going to get a ton of damage. Frigidaire is going to go down, however, Bowie has enough health and players that it looks like it's going to be their mid-fight any second, as it's just Wazari here with very low HP.
It is just Wazari doing so much work to try and stay alive. They did stay alive for a fair few seconds, but at the end of the day, the combined forces of the remaining Bowie GG players are going to be able to take him down. And now this is another mid win for Bowie GG. They've been very good on these mids. The soldier aggression working out more often than not for them, and they've been able to set their team up fairly well. DRX maybe struggling a little bit on those early stages of the round. They've been able to take it 2 times, but what do you think they got to do on these mids if they want to start, getting an early advantage in this round instead of immediately playing on the back foot?
I think one of the big things they need to do is get their soldiers to do some sort of re-aggression to prevent their scouts, Bowie's scouts and demo, from getting the follow-up aggression off the soldier distraction, because the soldiers are normally getting the med, but DRX's soldiers are playing way too passively, and they are spamming, but the problem is they're not getting any sort of like huge distraction or damage, and it's just allowing free pressure from the demo and the scouts of Bowie. Kareem is going to grab Cart off of a trap kill here, and Bowie's just going to completely back up and let this become even, although I think they just felt... They did have a slight Uber ad, but Bowie didn't feel comfortable pushing it, and it's going to turn into a very strong hold, although as we say, that Cart has swapped over to Sniper, so we will see the Sniper v Sniper duel here shortly.
Yeah, we will indeed. This right side, or left side, depending on which way you're looking at it, is such a deep sight line. If you're going all the way back from your spawn, or you can just look in so deep. But it's going to be Cart getting the better, going to be taking down the demo. He does die for his efforts, though. It's going to be Wazari on the Sniper taking him down, so... not a lot of lifespan for Cart, but he did get a very crucial pick on the cream, kind of ensuring that DRX can't really do anything here. They just got to stay and hold up on their last. Now, Bowie GG might try and peek this just a little bit. They are down a player, so they can't do too much, but there's no traps that they have to worry about, so they might be able to push these doorways just a little bit. It is going to be Sale, so aggressive right here, just running in. It's going to be finally taken down from the SMG of Wazari, but he was so aggressive, just not a care in the world, just running at a sniper and a demo man. Almost got Cream taken down again, but wasn't just able to find the last shots and dies for his efforts. But still, good aggression from Bowie GG. They weren't able to really expend a lot there considering they're already down one, but now DRX trying to push and prod themselves, but it's going to be Wazari taking down. Soldier coming in, however, gets a nice rocket. That's other rocket almost hit onto Frigidaire, even though he had a really great serve, but at the end, 2 players down from DRX. This might be the call for Bowie GG to try and push your M1.
Yeah, Justin actually was able to pick out Cream in lobby, and so Bowie has a 3-player advantage here. Hope is desperately trying to keep that sentry gun up, although inevitably it is going to go down to the overwhelming stand from Bowie. They're going to walk in here. They're not even going to be forced to use here. They're going to pick off Wazari. Sale is already getting a bunch of cap time, and he still has not have to use, although they haven't forced out the DRX Uber yet, as DRX is going to get 2 players, although they do have to use early, but they are going to grab Selecki. That's 3 players and 4 players, and Bowie is just going to be completely forced out there. Bowie was unfortunately not able to get the pressure and the force off, even though they were getting a bunch of cap time, and it's going to spell Bowie all the way back to mid here.
Yeah, that was a kind of an awkward situation for them, because ideally you kind of want to get them to use the Uber first, which they did do, but once you do that and you've lost one player, like, well, do we just try and stay alive? Do we reuse the Uber in even though we're down? But DRX, we're not letting them think about that. They're just going ahead and going for it. They're going to be able to get on the Mace. Lowecki Frigidaire just kind of popped up in the air. So much damage on Bowie GG. We do see Sale trying to run in. It's going to be able to take down Cream, but not finding much else for his efforts. Frigidaire just staying alive on a fraction of health. Gonna be now getting a health pack and all safe in the lobby area, but DRX, they want to try and continue this aggression onto second. They got mid, and now that it looks like they're gonna be able to take down second as well. Hope just move a shutter area. Soldier on bat. Looks like they're gonna be trying to push in through alley, actually, just trying to deny them any free space. Gonna be using Uber as well. Kevin doesn't quite have, so we're gonna have to back out. Gonna be dropping a few players as well. Wazari gonna be taken down. Good call from Bowie to recognize that they had the Uber adder just to go for it anyways. Now Sammy have to do the best to try and keep him and his medic alive. Is just going to be able to about to do it. Does get 1 first troubles as well. Card going in a bit too deep on a bit too low health, but still good stuff from Bowie GG in the first place to keep hold of their second and get onto mid.
Yeah, that was really interesting. Bowie was able to just get so many kills there, although Hope has already gotten in. They've gotten 2 players, which means DRX will probably just be able to push in without even being forced. Hope is going to get air piped by Selecki and cleaned up by Justin. That was a nice shot. As DRX is going to still take mid, and since it's 5v5, as soon as they cap, you have a 20% Uber ad. We'll see if they want to use it, although it looks like Card is trying to go up potentially for a wall bug, though decides against it because of low health. And DRX is going to try to work their way in through choke, although they don't realize that Bowie is already in 95 maybe. They're going to pick Sale, and Selecki's going to get killed, and Frigidaire is at 99% and is going to die right as they get Uber. Oh my goodness, that was tragic for Bowie, as DRX is going to just completely wipe up everybody here. Justin's going to get 1 kill onto Sammy and die on second, and this is just going to be probably pretty difficult to hold, although, okay, we maybe had some dip for a second, but we're good now, as DRX is pushing their way into last.
Yeah, they just focus fire down the head, which is what you need to do there. Make sure he doesn't get any spam off onto your team. They focus fire down to everyone else, and that is going to be 3-2 for DRX. An extremely close back and forth game we've got on our hands, M17, but what's been fairly consistent so far is Bowie GG have had a really great showing on these mids. If a DRX maybe want to try and take this a bit more dominantly, they've got to figure out what's going wrong for them here and try to adapt, as we are going to be coming up on our 6th mid. We'll have to see if they got the solution.
Yeah, it looks like DRX has already decided to roll their demo out choke, and they're going over to the right side. Bowie is going to do their predicted double soldier bomb, although Cart took a ton of damage. There goes both of the soldiers from Bowie. Baited very well, and that's probably the mid for DRX. They're going to collapse in. Melon's going to get caught. Frigidaire is trying to get out and meeting up with Sale right at the last second, who has been doing a couple of plays to suicide in to just get Frigidaire out alive. And looks like that's what Sale is doing right now. Able to get 2 picks and stay alive. Still fighting all the way on second. Getting so much damage. And actually is going to get the medal. Oh my goodness, Sale. What? Just grabs a 3K completely by himself. Card is going to pick up Sammy trying to go in for a salvage. That was a humongous play for Sale. Completely winning his team. Completely winning, putting his team in a humongous winning position as they now have full Uber ad, all of their players up, and they're going to be able to push mid probably without even using their Uber. They might even be able to work this all the way into the enemy last, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, that first pick, I get it. 2 meat shots takes him down instantly. That second pick, okay as well. But that third pick, you can't let him do that. You got to protect your med a bit better than that. But great stuff from Sale. Hitting that 3K. We see Sammy going in, trying to recreate the magic that Sale had. Not going to be able to find the medic. Frigidaire staying up and alive and now has big Uber ad to work with the rest of their team. Looks like they want to try and take it in through Cheese. Going to be leading it on the aforementioned Sale and their demo. You're going to be taking it in. They don't want to try and use it if they don't have to. There is a sniper up in Wazari, so now they are forcing to that. They are going to be able to get onto Kevin, however. So 3 taken down, 4 taken down on DRX. There's only 1 up and alive. That is going to be Sammy, kind of hiding by lower, is now going to be trying to bomb onto point just to delay it just a little bit, but not going to be able to do so. And oh my goodness, Bowie GG with a very quick and responsive round in return, making it 3-3. They lost the mid M1, but they were able to recover so well after that. And we've got still such a back and forth game.
Yeah, that was really good. It looks like Bowie just continued their momentum off that huge Sale play, and they were able to just continue in, use their Uber, actually catch out basically everyone on DRX. And it looks like DRX's rollout is a bit scuffed too, as there was a little bit of miscoordination. And we're seeing probably the final mid, although there's no guarantees here, as here comes the double aggression from Bowie. They're going to get a bunch of players. They're going to get the med, and everyone on DRX is super low. So even though they have a player ad, looks like Bowie's just going to back up, get healed, and as soon as they're ready, they're probably going to repush in any second, considering 4 of the players on DRX are, you know, they were in the red there. One of the players gets the pack, and Bowie's eventually going to probably push in here onto mid with their 2 players.
Yeah, they are. These soldiers have been doing such great work, just consistently getting onto Kevin on these early mids. That was a really great stuff. I don't think it was quite an air shot. It was almost an air shot. It was a wall shot, but still really great stuff. As now they're going to try and get back in here. They don't want to use if they don't have to. Just going to be trying to take it a bit slow. Make sure they clear all their corners and they don't let anyone get on the Frigidaire for free. As I say that, Sammy going in deep is going to get the Uber for. So good stuff from Sammy. DRX, they're going to have to back out here, but they know they can repush in just a little bit because they are going to have Uber ad to work with. Bowie GG just going to have to figure out how they want to try and hold this mid and get a force of their own.
Well, actually, I think Bowie's going to probably try to take this in with their 2-player ad, although it looks like they have decided against it because they were too slow, because DRX's 2 players were spawners, and they could have potentially pushed that with their 2-player ad because DRX did not have Uber at that time, although Bowie has decided to just back it up. They have about a 30 Uber dis ad, and so they are playing it nice and safe. Frigidaire all the way back in their own choke, and we are to a Uber push situation. DRX is going to try to take this other choke. Looks like they're actually just going to take this frog. Huge bomb in from Justin. Kevin Kendrick is going to get a ton of damage and is going to get forced by the double soldier bomb. And DRX is going to grab another player. Cream is getting super aggressive trying to take this fight, although Bowie has just gotten their Uber, and they are going to get pressured out here. Big bomb from Hove and continuous pressure in from the rest of the players. Gonna get the force on the Bowie, and we'll see how this transpires.
Yeah, now they're just going to try and clean up all of these DRX plays. There is Sammy in the backlines as everyone else. Kevin and Wazari just trying to run away. Now Sammy on the aggression, waddling through Cheese, or jumping through Cheese, is going to make their presence known with a few errant spam rockets, so they should know that Sammy is in behind. Looks like just going to be trying to hide and maybe catch out a player trying to look for them. Doesn't look like anyone's actually doing so. Everyone else on Bowie GG just staying forward. Just, they got a few people looking behind, but not too many. Ubers are even, as now we are going to be in continuous overtime. Only one more round for either of them, and they win the game. So this round is going to be the one that matters unless we go to a round reset. But still, Sammy in the back lines, just being a little bit of a nuisance. Now we are going to see Justin reading Sammy's position perfectly, going to clean them up. Now they've got a player ad to work with. Maybe they can try and take some space here, M1, or send a sack of their own.
Yeah, last time we saw there was a big pressure in from Bowie, from Cheese, which they're going to do again. They're probably going to send a soldier either behind or in for the force. Here comes Cart in for the force onto Kevin Kendrick. Going to get big rockets. Kevin Kendrick gets a poor surf and is unfortunately going to get forced. Bowie is going to back all the way out onto mid. They only lost one soldier for them, which is great, as they're going to then be able to use their Uber ad either when their player spawns or right now to push all the way back in. And it looks like they are likely to go right now, with all 4 players going Frog except for Melon, who's just spotting the side. Bowie's pushing in through Frog. They're going to get forced very early by Sammy, who didn't even get killed, is going to probably get killed here later by Justin, and is actually going to get out and is now hiding behind them on mid. So we will see how Sammy's is gonna be able to get anything, since there's no spawners to fight, and Sammy will have a bunch of time to get nice and healed and start to pressure combined with DRX. And DRX has a 30% Uber ad, although they do have a gun. So we'll see what DRX's plans are here.
Yeah, this could be really good for DRX because they, like you said, they have the Uber add-in. If they coordinate with Sammy, they can go for a pincer play. But with that sentry gun being up, it does call into question if they are going to push. And maybe they don't recognize the Uber ad they have, or maybe they're just so afraid of losing the game that they're just going to play it super safe. As Sammy does make their presence known a little bit in Frog, is going to be taken down once again from the soldiers, Carl and Hearts and Justin. But now DRX come in, maybe a bit too late. They don't have to use their Uber, however, maybe just rocking on the fact that everyone else on Bowie GG was a little bit out of position going back for Sammy. So at the end of the day, it does work out. Looks like they're maybe trying to peek forward through choke here, see if they can get any other space. They are going to be met by a bunch of spam from the Bowie. Now the Uber is used. We should see an exchange here. They do drop Mace Lowecki though, so pretty disastrous from the side of Bowie GG. Are they going to be able to get any of these escaping DRX players? It doesn't quite look like it. No projectile spam to help them out. Now finally we are going to see a soldier bomb in, maybe a little too late. A lot of damage done. They are going to be able to take down Cream. Now it's only going to be 3 players alive for DRX, only 3 alive for Bowie GG as well, just fighting in this cheese area, a back and forth spam war of attrition. But Melon going to be walking forward, confidence with him. Sail going in as well, going to be able to get onto the hole. Now it's just going to be Kevin. Can he stay alive? No, he can't. He's going to be taken again once again from Sail. The scouts from Bowie GG doing so much great work, going to be taken onto Wazari, and this is looking set for a round win for Bowie GG here, M1.
Yeah, Sail has just had so much confidence. He is just taking DM fights all day long, destroying, although when I say that, he immediately goes in and dies on the point. Although Bowie has a 1-player ad, Cream is dead, so there's no demo, and let's see how Bowie tries to get this pressure off. Justin's going to go down. They finally killed the gun, and Cream, if they don't go fast enough, Cream is going to spawn again. Frigidaire is actually going to take so much damage that Frigidaire is going to have to leave. Mace Lucky is going to get caught, so they are now going to have a demo pick, although Frigidaire does have a 70% Uber ad here. Means DRX is probably not going to be able to push, although Hope is looking to try to go for some sack. Maybe unspotted, is spotted in the forward spawn, is going to get a trade. Frigidaire is going to use in lobby here, as we have a pause. Or nope, sorry.
Oh, well, we'll have to see what it is, but at the moment, it doesn't look too good if you are a DRX fan. They do manage to get on to Kevin. Looks like, from where I'm standing, Sammy is not too long for this world. Sail is in prime position to just take them down with a nice 2-shot. Full Uber as well, so not much Sammy is going to be able to do there. We do have a unlucky, maybe trying to go for a sneaky back cap play, but at the moment, it looks like this is definitely Sail's.
Yeah, SCV's frozen for us.
Yeah, it looks like it's Bowie.GG's round to lose, but I doubt they're going to be able to do that because they're in a pretty good position at the moment. And I mean, if you're DRX, you really got to be watching, hoping for a miracle play.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty dire for them, as Sail is just in with a big Uber ad as well. I am assuming that's probably what's going to happen, unfortunately. We're not 100% sure, but yeah, this doesn't look so good for DRX.
Yes, I guess I can spoil it. Just looking at the logs, I wanted to see if maybe they closed the server in a fit of rage, so to speak, and that might be what happened. Because if I'm okay to spoil the scoreline on Steam, it is going to be Bowie GG walking away with it 4-3. They were apparently successful in that last push, or maybe the one after that. We got 90 seconds to kind of wonder about what happened. Maybe they beef it and then they win the repush. We don't quite know M17, and maybe we'll never know, but that's okay because we know the end score 4-3 for Bowie GG, walking away with it against people who we kind of thought were going to be a bit more dominant. We both predicted them, DRX, to come out on top in this matchup. Everything I've seen from them kind of showed that they would be able to do that, but Bowie GG, maybe it's just a better calling, the experience from players like Melon and Frigideer and Sailboat, just going to be able to put their team into better situations throughout it. But I mean, what do you think of that match overall?
No, I think that was a pretty good match. The soldiers were getting like really good bombs on mid, and then besides that, it looked like this was just the sales show. To be honest, I mean, he went double kills like that, and even though like he went 35 and 17, 326 DPM, 247 taken, and even though DRX technically did about like 1500 more damage, it looks like Sale was just using his confidence and just completely just going in the entire game. Hope was doing pretty well as well on Soldier, and DRX's soldiers were actually doing pretty well in a bunch of like cleanup spots or whatever. But yeah, I think this is just Sale's confidence in some of these rounds or just confidence in particular players and huge bombs on the mid were just what won them the game, honestly. I mean, a lot of that because like both teams were doing a bunch of different plays. Everyone of course was making some mistakes along the way, but that's expected in a match. And I think that was honestly a really good game. That was really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it was. And as a result of that, the standings have been updated a little bit. I think DRX are going to be now, instead of the illustrious 5-1 in the season, they are up, going to be 6-2, actually. 6-2 after that. Bowie GG moving up to 6-3. So, actually, no, 5-3. My bad. So, not too much in difference. I think Bowie GG getting up to that fourth seed spot as we're kind of heading into halfway throughout the season. So we've got a pretty good, a fairly okay idea of where these teams are going to end up. But I think for DRX, the kind of maybe not fan favorites, but the favorites to win the division, definitely. It might be a blow that they weren't expecting to take. I mean, some of that you kind of wonder, is it just sultry, a map that not a lot of people scrim or play on? I think a lot of that was just kind of better team fight and just better initial gameplay from Bowie GG as a whole to just kind of caught DRX off guard.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the mids again, those first few mids were just huge. And even though DRX did like kind of win technically the last two mid fights, one of them was really just a situation where Bowie was able to push back in instantly and that kind of thing. DRX had 2 drops, Bowie had 1 drop. Though Bowie also had 3 more Ubers and a shorter time to build. But yeah, I mean, I think that was just I think that was honestly like a very back and forth game. A lot of leapfrog situations, a lot of crazy plays that both teams were trying to go for with their flank members trying to do, a bunch of times soldiers from both teams would get behind and, a lot of different, though there was good coordination, from both teams. They were either killing those players or going forward most of the time. But it's just little things here and there, I think, that overall just let Sale just win those DM fights and completely just tore apart DRX. I mean, if we look at the kills here, it looks like Sale killed DRX's medic 6 times on Combo Scout, which is something you normally do not see. I think that's just some crazy aggression there, I'm going to be honest. The next highest was DRX killing Bowie's medic, that was Wazari, on Flank Scout, I believe, 3 times. So yeah, I mean, pretty clear that Sale just went absolutely crazy this game.
Yeah, Sale popping off big time. Good stuff for DRX. Actually, sorry, good stuff from Bowie.gg. Definitely being the star, Ziggy Stardust type work out there. But overall, still an admirable performance from DRX, losing 3-4. They still have had a really great season, and I'm sure they hope to continue it throughout it. Both these teams, you got to expect, are going to be in playoffs. So if we catch some more IM further down the line, we might be able to see some more of them. Regardless, though, I think that is going to be it for us today. Over here on Fireside, huge shout outs to obviously BoGG for winning, DRX for putting up a great performance, Dr. Underscore for being amazing on production, M17 for being amazing co-caster, all you guys for watching, and of course, Factor. Use it in chat. I think it's like the last day, maybe second to last day, but use it before it goes. It's such a great deal. You got to make work of it while we still have it. Help support Fireside as well. But I think for that's all from me. Anything from you, M17?
No, there's nothing for me. You pretty much said everything. Shout out to Dr. Underscore for on production, and of course Factor for sponsoring Fireside. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Hopefully, we get a bunch more good games like that in IM, and hopefully, the playoffs be pretty even as well. But yeah, that's all from me tonight.
All right. Well, that's all from us. Everyone, have a great night and take care. See ya.